It's Ash from Super Videos, back for another video for the Walking Dead universe, specifically the Walking Dead spinoff with Daryl Dixon. In this video, we're going to be looking at an article that came out from comicbook.com where they mentioned something very interesting about the Daryl Dixon spinoff and the possibility that it's going to be a lighter toned road show, which is definitely very interesting. And I'm going to be making some predictions as far as what I think that means and what we're probably going to see. So stay tuned, we'll be right back to break it all down. Alright, as always, before we dive into it, smash that like button, subscribe to join our community, press the bell to be notified when I upload on the channel. Now, I will leave the link to the comicbook.com article so you can go and check it out yourself, but there's definitely a few very important pieces that are mentioned in this article that give us a better idea what we're looking at as far as the Daryl Dixon spinoff goes. And to be honest, I was actually really excited about this spinoff, and something about this just turned me off as far as expectations and kind of lowered my expectations as far as what this show is going to be. And I think it's more likely than not that this show is not going to be everyone's cup of tea. And I think we're going to get into another situation like what we saw with World Beyond, which was really targeted towards a specific audience. So I'm going to go through a few things in the article and share my thoughts and opinions about them. As I said, I will leave the link in the description so you can go and read all of this article yourself. But the title reads, Norman Reedus teases totally different Walking Dead spin-off series. Now, so far, nothing to complain about. No one wants to see the exact same thing as The Walking Dead. They want to see something unique, something different. And we all thought that that's something different and unique is how the show is in Europe. So it's going to feel different, it's going to look different. But it seems like the fact that Daryl is going to go to Europe is not the only thing that makes the show feel different than the original show. So a part of this article reads, AMC announced in September 2020 that original series stars Reedus and McBride would lead the Daryl Carroll spinoff following the final season of The Walking Dead, described as a road show by co-creator Angela Kang. In April of this year, McBride bowed out because relocating for the spinoff, which will be set and shot in Europe this year, became logistically untenable for the fan-favorite Walking Dead star. In a recent interview with Leo Edit, Reedus said of his Walking Dead future, there is going to be a spinoff and it'll be me alone. I'll be on this mission, and those characters will come back together later on down the road, of course, and other characters that have gone missing I'll probably run into. So that's very interesting. Obviously, this mission is very cryptic, but a lot of fans are speculating that this mission has to do with finding Rick or learning more about the group that could be responsible for his disappearance. And obviously, when it says the group will come back together down the road, I think what he's referring to is regrouping with the main survivors after he's able to accomplish some sort of a goal in his mission. And that goes back to my prediction as far as Daryl returning, regrouping with everyone else, and kind of planning out the actual attack, which is gonna lead us towards that big war between the CRM and the Commonwealth. But then obviously when he says other characters that have gone missing, I'm leaning towards that being more Michonne than Rick, but I could be wrong. I think if Daryl finds Rick in Europe in the spinoff, then what's the point of the movie? You know what I mean? So I think more likely than not, Daryl is going to run into someone like Michonne or someone like that who's going to come back into the picture before we get into the movies. Reedus added, but the spinoff will look totally different from The Walking Dead. It'll be completely different. And to be honest, you wouldn't want this show as a spinoff exactly the same by yourself. It's terrifying. Kang and Walking Dead Chief Content Officer Scott Gimple received the Daryl series as a stripped down, lighter toned road show. Now, a couple things. One is, as much as I am open to the idea of a comedy show set in the universe of The Walking Dead, even though it won't be my cup of tea necessarily, but I'm open to it. I'm not open necessarily to them turning this spin-off that had a lot of potential or has a lot of potential into a lighter toned Walking Dead show. Like, I just don't want to see that. You know what I mean? I feel like by doing that, they're taking away an opportunity to really drill down on a lot of the stuff that we were expecting to see in the Daryl spinoff when it comes to more aspects of the CRM, seeing the walkers in Europe and all of that, and like faster zombies and stuff like that. I feel like this takes away from that a little bit. Not saying that they can't do both. They can have a lighter toned show with all of that. But what I'm saying is that it takes away from the seriousness of it. And it just makes it not feel as raw as it should be. Now, as far as the idea of it being a road show, I mean, obviously Norman Reedus has a road show on AMC himself. So it's kind of like a copy-paste in a way. And obviously it'll do a lot in plugging that other show as well. So there's that aspect of it. But I think all that means is that Daryl is going to be on the road by himself with the motorcycle or with a motorcycle. And he's just going to go from one city to the next. And he's going to discover clues and stuff like that along the way. I don't necessarily think that it'll be a lighter toned roadshow exactly like the Norman Reedus roadshow, Ride with Norman. If it is, then it is totally disappointing and it's just mind-boggling, to be completely honest. But then it says, in April, AMC confirmed ER's David Zabel replaced Kang as showrunner, who will remain as an executive producer. Which is interesting. I mean, not sure why. The only thing that I can think of is because of what happened with the Carol thing. What they might be doing is having a show centered around Carol and maybe Ezekiel or someone like that. And Angela Kang will showrun that. And they left this one for another showrunner. That's the only thing that I can think of. And then at the end of this article it says, Reedus continued, so I just want to see something different. Automatically the geography will be different, the people will be different, and I imagine I won't understand what the hell people are talking about, for the most part, laughs, because I don't think my character speaks any other language. I just want to see something different. I want the tone to be different. I want the look to be different. And as much as I agree with some of that, I don't want to see a comedy show. I keep saying that. I don't want another World Beyond situation. I don't want us to sacrifice the universe and what it's been able to accomplish over just being able to satisfy a group of fans. You know what I mean? And I feel like if that's what they're doing, they should have done a movie. Why a spinoff? It doesn't make sense. And I feel like because of the loose ends and the fact that they could connect the dots in a lot of ways to get rid of these loose ends in the spinoff, it makes it difficult to do that if they're gonna do a lighter show. You know what I mean? I feel like those two contradict one another. Like, one is going a direction where everything is fun and games. Daryl is just in Europe. He can't understand people and it's a lighthearted show. But the other direction is Daryl is there on a mission. He's not there to screw around. It'll go a direction where it's more dark and kind of raw, like The Walking Dead. Obviously, original Walking Dead. Nowadays, things have started to become more or less cliche and it's lost a lot of its magic and a lot of the dark aspect that we all fell in love with. But that's pretty much everything that I wanted to talk about in this video. I hope you enjoyed. I'm interested to know your thoughts and opinions though. What do you think about this reveal that the Daryl spinoff show will be a light-hearted or a lighter toned show? What are your thoughts about it being a roadshow or compared to a roadshow? Share your thoughts and opinions down in the comment section below. If you enjoyed this, smash that like button, subscribe to join our community, and press the bell to be notified when I upload on the channel. That's it for this video. See you next time for another super video.